Rocket League $1,000 tournament, and we are going to get into things straight away because the players just could not wait to start this thing off. Our first match, semi-final match of the night, will be Pink Ponies versus Phibion. My name's Apache, and joining me will be Ninja Rider. Hello.
Hey, Pash, how you doing, man? It's been a little while.
It has. Players could not wait to jump into the game, so we will not wait either. Game has already started. Best of 5 semi-final between the Pink Ponies on the blue side and Phibion on the orange side. A huge upset in the bracket with Pink Ponies winning out there.
Yeah, Pink Ponies actually taking out Phibion. Must have had a bad game or something. They did go a long time waiting for them to report their scores in the bracket, so I assume it wants to win all 5 games, but they are here. They're going up against a really tough Ambition Esports with the Wonder Thunder plus Air.
Yep, absolutely, and we have it wrong in the overlay. It's not even out. It is Ambition Esports, so we have that fixed straight away. We're going to see Rappa go up for that ball in the corner. Malo, the great shot to the center of the field, and scores first for the Pink Ponies.
Yeah, Ambition just found themselves in awkward positions, trying to read what Rapid was going to do there. And the simple pass to Mala, who found the angle with nobody in net. Too much trust on the favor of Ambition. They're just trying to figure out Pink Ponies at this point.
Kickoff. So here we go for that ball. Missed here by Gerben in the corner. They can't seem to get the ball out of their own half of the field. Wonder with a pass up front, but Mala sitting in the midfield. Gerben going to follow that through. Gets the ball past Air. Wonder intercepting there before that ball gets into any dangerous territories. Mala's going to go up for it. Got to look with a double tap. Doesn't quite get it. Ball's in the center though. Gerben with a chance to nail it. Doesn't quite make it though. Pink Ponies, they remain in the offensive. Ambition Esports is going to have to get a dangerous situation this game fairly soon because so far we haven't really seen anything from them. Pink Ponies have been in control so far.
Wonder just being a bully right now, essentially trying to tilt these players, bumping them in on their side and trying to get some plays going here.
Pass the ball into the center. Perfect setup for Wonder as they score. There is the follow-up, the equalizer.
Yeah, Pink Ponies found themselves in an okay position to defend. It's just that Rapid facing the wrong way, and Jay Urban a little too far underneath the ball, trying to get as close to the ball as possible. Tried to touch it first, but no go there. Ambition score.
Absolutely, and we are back to even great stuff from Ambition Esports. Let's see who is going to be the next one to put on the pressure in this game. And Jay Urban both missed the ball. Mala is going to get a cross-field clear. In the midfield where Prime Thunder picks it up. Rapids gonna get it the heck out of dangerous territory. Wonder gets a shot out of pretty much nowhere, but Mala able to get that safe just in the nick of time. We've seen Wonder try to get a setup here. The opportunity to get that ball though. Air with another surprise shot from the right field. Ball in front of the goal. Wonder can't quite barrel roll it in. That was a wasted opportunity for Ambition Esports, but they remain in the offensive.
Yeah, they always have that one man ready to attack just in case something like that happens right there. Someone in great position, and when they can't get a shot in, they pass it to the center for Wonder to score.
Absolutely, well done. Thunder sets it up beautifully for him after Wonder dunks it past one of the defenders. Gets it set up perfectly, placed on top of his nose. Didn't even have to move a single bit. That was precision stuff.
Ambition playing in the RLRS. Great practice for them right now as they are trying to keep up their momentum in their winning ways in the RLRS. Actually, I take that back. They've been having a little bit of a hard time, but this is one way to get some practice in a decently high-pressure tournament.
Good stuff right there. That final bit, unfortunately, was missed. 2 inches left of the goal. See Jerriburn try to get the ball past Air in the air. Ironically, fails to do so. Can't put the ball in the center of the field. Jay Urban with a great intervention there. Puts the ball in a very dangerous position. Mala jumps past the ball. Gets the ball passed to him by AJ Urban. But Prime Thunder gets it away from him. To the Pink Ponies. Very aggressively here right now. Mala off of the wall. Air tries to intervene. Doesn't quite make it. Rapid, unfortunately, stumbles over himself, can't put the pressure on that ball. Prime Thunder looking for the clear here. The Pink Ponies, they are not quite ready to allow just yet. And there is the crossbar hit, and Rapid makes it count.
Jay Urban channeling his inner Cuxer right here, rocking the Batmobile and rocking the little touch to throw it center for the stunningly moving Rapid to tie this one up here. Less than a minute left here, Pash. This one will be close.
Yep, things are getting exciting here as the game draws to a close. You see the equalizer from the Pink Ponies. Demolition on the right side of the field. Wonder gets taken out there by a Rapid. Both teams desperately fighting for the ball right now. Finally, Ambition Esports does break through, but Rapid's going to look for the clear. Prime Thunder sit in play, passes it over to Wonder Mala. What a good clear. That could have been very dangerous. That would have been an empty net. It still could be an empty net. Jay Urban doesn't get the shot that he needs to get there. And Ambition Esports, they can consider themselves lucky that nothing happens there.
Yeah, they found themselves all crossed up on the opposition side. Nobody in net, nowhere near it, in fact. But Pink Pony's not able to get anything going until right there, but Wonder blocks it out.
Clear. Pink Pony's still in the offensive. 5 seconds still remaining. We do see the clear from Ambition Esports. Will we see a buzzer beater situation? Doesn't look like it. There is the clear, and there the ball touches the ground. We are into overtime in game 1 of the semifinal.
I'm waiting for Ambition to just speed this game up. They seem to be fairly content with the pace that they're moving right now, just waiting for mistakes from Pink Ponies. But that said, Pink Ponies, the only time they ever seem to make any real mistakes is when they move onto the offensive side. That defense of theirs, quite impregnable right now.
So far, there haven't been many holes. Apart from that one situation where nobody was sewn, but it happens to the best. Overall, pretty high-level play that we've seen here so far. They get scared across the goal line there. Aaron wants to get a hold of it, wants to stabilize it. Prime Thunder with a pass over to the
center. Here it is!
Wonder, and another great setup. Ambition takes it.
Now, Rapid found himself looking for boost at midfield and trusted his teammates. Now, Jay Urban did not get a good touch on that. The dunk on Prime Thunder squirts it to the middle where Wonder was waiting right at the penalty kick line. Ambition take game 1 in a small overtime.
Great game overall. We certainly can see that both these teams are just warming up. I think we're in for a treat of a series overall.
Yeah, Pink Pony's playing much, much better than we both thought.
Yeah.
It's been a little while since I've seen Jay Urban in a competitive setting. Rapid, I see him all over Twitter, but Mala, if it's the Mala I think it is, this is the first time I've seen him play in super competitive fashion, at least in a little while. Not saying he hasn't, but all three of these players really seem to gel well. I wonder if we will see more of these guys in the future.
Well, here is hoping. For now, we will definitely see more of them in game number 2 out of a potential 5 in the semifinal series when we start things off. The straight attack from Air. Jay Urban able to deflect that off to the side. Mala wants to get that clear out of his own half of the field. Air intervenes in the midfield, puts the ball back up front. Jay Urban taking that out of the midfield in the air. Keep that danger as low as possible. Prime Thunder with a pass over in the center. Mala bumping Rapid into the goal, onto the goal line. As if to say, get the heck over there. We need someone to defend our goal line.
Sometimes you need a little nudge in the right direction.
Yes, physical reinforcement on the Rocket League field. And see Jay Urban fly. Unfortunately, lose the ball right in front of the last third. 1 minute has almost passed. Mala fails to get that ball conclusively past the defense. Prime Thunder going to follow it all the way through. Keep it away from Rapid. Can't quite do that. Seeing a bit of a ping pong game right now. Ball control, possession, switching back and forth between two teams. Haven't seen any dangerous stuff just yet, except for that. Just as I say it, Wonder, all he needed to do was nudge the ball a little bit there, but I think he just wasn't quite able to.
Not quite. He's so dangerous in that mid-section, though. He's playing second man, taking these nice little shots. Rapid. Oh, he has to be feeling that one.
Speaking of Wonder being dangerous in the midsection, he goes up to that ball. Nobody's there in a good position to defend for that Rapid on the goal line. With the steep shots like that, it's very difficult to judge, okay, when will he be going for that? And what angle is it going to be coming at me from?
And Rapid also got a little bit stuck up on the crossbar there. The ball you just waited just a little bit too much. And unfortunate for them, they are down by 1 here. Lots of time left, and they need to reorganize themselves. Pink Ponies haven't seen too many pass plays, a lot of solo stuff and backboard things. Oh my god, the top 90 though.
What happened there?
Let's see, challenged by Air. J Urban just got him, and Wonder was not expecting that kind of flick, it looks like. And J Urban's so accurate from the midfield. He actually had boost to follow it up, but he didn't even need to.
Long distance goal. As Ambition flanks themselves surprised by a shot out of literally left field. See the ball bounce off of the backboard. Air does go for a shot. Wonder is going to push it in. Goals are just flowing right now.
Yeah, Prime Thunder with a good touch there. Beat out J Urban. Deciding not to follow it up. Air had a shot, and it would have been great, but Rapid had him sort of covered, so the pass worked out okay. That said, they do have that 1-goal lead. Let's see if they keep the pressure up instead of laying back like they did in Game 1.
Certainly remains to be seen towards the later stages of Game 1. Things heated up a little bit. Still got 3 minutes left to play here.
Ooh.
Still anyone's game, and here we see it. Mala looks for the equalizer. It's a clean shot right in front of the goal.
Somebody cue the Wild Wild West music, as it is now a shootout. Mala taking the shot there from J Urban's pass. Prime Thunder was kind of stuck on the goal line. He lost all his momentum trying to read the play and didn't anticipate Mala being there so quickly, as the slight change-ups in these pass plays are probably what's going to make this game.
Air with a very, very close thing there. Hits the crossbar just barely after getting a clean shot onto an empty net. To try again. Air with a pass over Wonder. This time it goes in. What a shot. Heavy stuff here.
Somebody call Mr. Perez from Rocket Dailies, because Wonder just got the shot of a lifetime. The redirection going the wrong way and upside down. No big deal.
That was insane. Absolutely insane. Both teams playing their hearts out here. Now they have warmed up. That's going to be a long distance shot. Air is going to help that one in and prevent the clear. The last second clear.
So Pink Ponies were pushing really hard. Rapid found himself at midfield and wasn't expecting such a crazy breakaway play. He was there, just could not get below the ball to pop it up and use that backboard, but still a 2-goal lead right at halftime for Ambition. They need to keep this pressure up in order to secure Game 2.
Oh, and they extend that lead. Prime Thunder. He's set up by Wonder too.
The Wonder Thunder duo from the Universal Open is back. Who needs another man?
Yeah, is it 3v3? Ain't you got time for that. And we're going to see another goal. Prime Thunder 6-2. Ambition Esports is running away with this one.
Ambition on fire right now. One would say they are really ambitious. No? No? Oh.
I'll give you points for effort.
Ooh, all right. I like points for effort.
Yeah, I know, right? It's points. Points are points. Either way, 6-2. Ambition Esports are really getting going right now. You see Air with crazy barrel rolls and air stunts. He's feeling it. And Prime Thunder tries to find another opening. This time, Mala can close it just in time before the ball rolls through. We'll back at the ball pass. Wander. Pink Ponies taking a lot of momentum out of Ambition Esports game right now, which is definitely what they needed to do. Otherwise, there would have been 3 or 4 more goals on that orange half of the scoreboard.
I would have to agree completely with that. But that said, Ambition is sort of letting them do that. They let that kickoff go by itself. Sort of a fake, but not really. Like, nobody really went for it and allowed Pink Ponies to just kind of take control. And it looks like Ambition just going to play a little bit reactionary and keep the ball away from that net.
Right now, they are letting themselves get pushed back in their own half. Rap looking for that opening. Rapid almost getting a shot there. Mala is finally going to find it. 3-6.
Pink Ponies, knowing that Ambition is just sort of laying around right now. Arrow completely out of position. And Air is saying in the chat that Prime Thunder is keyboard and mouse right now.
Oh. Interesting. I wonder if that was all game long or if that was really recently started. Maybe that's the reason they allowed the Pink Ponies to push them back. Doesn't seem to matter much, though, because there they are, scoring again.
Apparently, Prime Thunder letting us know he's better with keyboard and mouse, but Prime not even involved in that play right there. It was Wonder Air to pass it up and in just to extend the lead to 4 here. A minute left, Pash. I mean, let's face it. Can Pink Ponies really catch up at this point?
Well, I mean, they're going to lead a lot of momentum and a little bit of a miracle. We have seen Ambition Esports score 4 in 50 seconds in this very game, so all Pink Ponies basically have to do is do the exact same. But from what Ambition Esports has done so far, and even if they are playing a little less speedy, a little less aggressive right now, well, or the Pink Ponies are going to make me eat my words. That's fine, too.
I wonder, just kind of looking for Air, it seemed like, with the back pass. Air not anticipating that at all. And, of course, the simple 1-2 pass for Jay Urban to slam it into the empty net. They're on the comeback trail. 30 seconds left. I'm still not quite sure it's going to be enough.
30 seconds for 3. They're going to have to pack another one on top of that. Right away, Jay Urban gets taken out there in the air, by Air. Mala barreling past the ball, and Jay Urban can't get it past the midfield. I think that is pretty much it. They're not going to be able to score 3 in 15 seconds, so Ambition Esports takes the score in the series up to 2, forces the Pink Ponies to go for reverse sweep course if they want to have a shot at making it to the finals.
Time winds down. Ambition really, I mean, that mid-game was absolutely insane. They just turned it on and said, we're going to take a solid lead, and then we're just going to kind of lay back, let the Pink Ponies make all their mistakes, or even score a couple. They seemed really comfortable with just allowing the Pink Ponies to score a couple, knowing or feeling really confident. I don't think they really knew, but definitely feeling confident after that one.
Absolutely. We're seeing 14 shots to 8. That is a clear win as far as aggression goes, and it really showed during the midfield. Pink Ponies didn't really get out of their half at all. They were just peppered with shot after shot after shot for Ambition Esports.
Pretty much.
They really found their stride in the mid-game. I'm not sure if Prime Thunder's controller then somehow broke up or something that made them kind of stop their streak, because I think they could have gone. They could have went going. They could have just kept going.
I mean, yeah, they could have, but I mean, obviously, Wonder and Air very, very good with each other. Prime Thunder could have played third man back and just kind of hung around and made sure the ball didn't go anywhere near. But sometimes you just got to pop them up and burn out time when you have a 4-goal lead. They didn't seem to want to do that. They wanted to sort of play the Pink Ponies game, and it resulted in a couple of goals, but they were able to respond so quickly. I have a feeling they're just being really, really comfortable right now.
Well, they certainly have a right to be. Up 2-0 in this series. Pretty dominant performance in game number 2. Pink Ponies are, well, they're going to have to really bring it to the table now if they want to have a shot making it to the finals. Ambition Esports definitely has no intention of making it easy for them.
And it looks like Prime Thunder has fixed whatever was wrong with whatever he was doing. Pink Ponies had a little bit more time to just figure out what they need to do next. Maybe compose themselves a little bit, and we'll have to see what they can do here as they face elimination.
Absolutely, this is it. This is prime time for Pink Ponies. They need to reverse sweep this. They don't have a shot at that $1,000 prize pool. We're going to see how things turn out. Ambition Esports in early possession. He's going to balance that ball on his nose. Try to flick it over. Here comes Nala. Prime Thunder with the back pass over to Air in the corner. Pops it up. Oh, wins out that aerial battle. Comes down right in front of the goal, but Wonder getting off that angle. Let it get into a dangerous position. Jay Urban. A bit of speed on that ball to carry to the corner. Prime Thunder with a good shot, but Mala just in the right position to act as a wall for that one. Things are starting off tense and slow.
Yeah, a little bit. A lot of aerial play.
Oh, there's a miss. Prime Thunder, unfortunately, not in a good angle to actually make that through.
The crazy part is with the Pink Ponies, they play sort of disorganized. One man comes in for a hit and then rotates out, it seems like. but it works well for them. Just Ambition, just so much quicker to the ball, and they're able to control the ball much easier than the Pink Ponies have displayed so far.
Good job keeping Air from picking up on that pass in the air. Urban with a pass over to Rapid. Ends with Air, puts the ball back up the wall, hands it back over the midfield line. Mala and Wander both going for it. Let's get it over to the right side of the field. Prime Thunder tries to pass it over to Wonder. Jay Urban can't quite get the clear the way he wanted it to. Air with a big miss though. And that's probably going to keep possession on the Pink Pony side. And they're just going to give it away straight away. Pass over to Air, over to Wonder. They get blocked, and Wonder picks up the scraps.
So Pink Ponies gathered themselves up in that corner, and when they finally spread out, they found themselves in a little bit of an I formation. Mala got the touch to block it away, but unfortunately just stalled it out. And Jay Urban just was expecting a lot more momentum on there, it seemed like, as he was moving for the clear. And it was unfortunate for them that Ambition was right there waiting, so quick on the ball, definitely displaying why they belong in the finals. But we'll have to see if Pink Ponies, like I said, can reorganize themselves, get some pass plays going, and try to outmaneuver Ambition Esports.
They do have plenty of time, but Ambition did just draw first blood. Mala can't get that in, hits the crossbar, and there they have to raise the ball. Prime Thunder can't get it in. Jay Urban with the advantageous angle there. They both were out of boost, but Jay Urban was just able to cut that off just in time. Air, though, he still gets one. Has two defenders.
Yeah, Air right here found himself on the wall, just comes down hard. Rapid was not expecting Air to be there. I think he was expecting Prime Thunder to go for it, because Rapid didn't touch it at all. If he would have just moved his car over just a touch and disrupted the ball, or even would have blocked that shot, this would be a completely different game right now.
Right now it is 2-0 Ambition. Oh! Scratch that, 3-0 Ambition. Wonder does it again. Ambition picking up some serious momentum yet again.
And these wall shots are so accurate. I mean, they're lasered right to whoever happens to be centered, and most of the time it's Wonder. Pink Ponies could just start bumping whoever's in the center, and that would completely disrupt the plays. And that would force Ambition to get really creative, especially with shots like that they can block.
Yep. Oh, right now, another in the middle. Urban's going to get that one into the midfield. It's Mala tried to dribble out Air. Jay Urban takes that opportunity. Fire a volley up front, looks for the double tap, barely misses that. Very, very good effort. Unfortunately, not quite enough by mere inches. Mala back in control, passes it over to Rapid. He can't quite make the shot.
Yep, Mala on that play just found himself out of control, flipping towards the ball, but a huge center from Prime Thunder. It looks like Pink Ponies are starting to read those centers much easier, but it's probably gonna be too little, too late for Pink Ponies.
Time is slowly running out for them. 3 goals still to catch up on. They are on the offensive right now, but it has been fruitless so far. And Prime Thunder breaks through again. Now in the corner, looking for the setup for Wonder. Well, it's taken away from him. And Pink Ponies are looking to mount another offense here. Mala and Wonder both quarreling for the ball. Wonder making sure that Mala can't get his hands on it. And Prime Thunder once more playing the defense, playing the one who carries the ball out of their own half into the blue one. And Pink Ponies, it just doesn't look like they can get a hold of this game right now. They can't seem to be able to find their footing, and here comes Prime Thunder to make it a 4-0.
Yeah, Pink Ponies playing super offensive. They have a man hanging out in the offensive end, and Ambition just has the other two covered completely. It's all they need to do at this point. Pink Ponies know that they need to speed up their play, but they need to get those pass clears moving before they have a man sitting in the orange zone.
Just about a minute left to play in this first semifinal match. Right now, it is all but certain that Ambitious are going to win this with a clean sweep. Pink Ponies, it was pretty much outclassed throughout this entire match. We saw some life signs in game number 1, but ever since then, well, the game number 2 for a large part was also a shootout. But at some point, Ambition just took over, and they did not let go after that.
Yeah, essentially, that first minute in game 2 was a complete shootout, but Mala manages to just straight up ball Air.
Looks like it. There's the miss from Prime Thunder.
And Wonder
allowed to do that, and then just a very good dribbling play by Mala. gets that past the goalie.
Gonna be really interesting to see if Pink Ponies can make up the 3-goal difference in 33 seconds.
That would be amazing.
It would be absolutely insane. That said, I mean, all Ambition needs to do at this point, defend that net, keep the ball in the air. It'll burn off the time and force odd touches like Mala had to make right there.
Yep, absolutely. Had Mala been a little further to the back, that could have become a good shot. Unfortunately, it wasn't. 3 goals in 10. That is not going to happen. Ambition Esports are going to make it to the grand finals pretty handily. In a 3-0 sweep, Pink Ponies, with a promising early start, unfortunately just lost their footing to an increasingly strong Ambition Esports, who seem pretty unstoppable right now.
Yeah, Ambition just seemed to keep on building momentum the whole way through. Yeah, they sort of stalled out in their scoring there in the last couple of minutes or so in game 3, but they just kept the ball, they kept possession, and just kept popping it up and getting it away from the Pink Ponies, not allowing them to score at all, and making sure that ball was covered at all times. Pink Ponies, on the other hand, were trying to get these pass plays, like odd pass plays going while under pressure, and just could not get anything going. Ambition completely shut them down there in the last couple of minutes, and that's exactly what they need to do to move into the finals.
Absolutely. What a great match to start things off here in this month's Astronauts $1,000 tournament. We're not done yet, though. Before we go to the grand final, we have to find out who is going to join Ambition Esports, and for that, we were going to have a second semifinal after a short break. Before we get there, though, here is a short message from our sponsors and a little bit of an explanation. For the Astro A10, it's just a pretty darn good headset. And welcome back. We are still here at the Astronauts Rocket League 3v3 monthly $1,000 tournament. My name's The Patch. Joining me will be Ninja Rider. We just saw a pretty spectacular first semifinal match between Ambition and Pink Ponies, where Ambition won out pretty convincingly, and now it is time to find out who will be joining them in the grand final between The Ting and Ghost.
Ghost, of course, the RLCS stars right now, playing quite well. I believe they're 3-1 in match play at this point. 2-1, I'm sorry, according to what I can find, although I could be wrong. Didn't have a lot of time to get crazy with the research, but it looks like both teams are in the lobby. We're just waiting for them to join the pitch here, Pash. The Ting, I'm not super familiar with Killerican, Red, and Nap, although Nap we've seen before all over the place. Red, I don't think I've actually seen him play in competitive matchups, so we'll have to see how these three do against a very strong Ghost team.
These names are definitely familiar to me from the Gfinity circuits, but nothing on the level of these monthly Astronauts tournaments where... the level of competition is generally higher because the prize pool is just higher. But yeah, definitely Ghost, I feel, is going to be everyone's favorite coming into this match. And I feel that Ambition versus Ghosts, if it does happen, we could see an upset here from the Ting. We just don't know. But that would definitely be a great final to watch. First of all, though, we have to find out who makes it through. Ghost definitely the favorite for this. But never say never. Rocket League is a game where everything can happen. And here we go. Game is underway. First game of the best of 5 series to decide who will join Ambition Esports in the final. We're going to see Killery can set the ball up for Napier. They do not hesitate to score.
Yeah, Lethamir just didn't quite read the play as well as he thought he could, as Killerican slams it off the post again, sets it up for a pass for Nap. Nap came in from the midfield to just read that play well. 10 seconds in, already a goal scored. This is going to be a shootout.
Yep, absolutely. It is. 15 seconds. And the Ting are the first ones to score. Despite Ghost being so heavily favored here right now, we see demolitions all over the place. Nap and Killer Can being taken down in quick succession. See Red try to carry the ball over the midfield. Managed to do that. Classic with the pass over to Zane Jackie. Red gonna try to intercept, but Lethamir picks it up where it counts. Here, coming from Killer. Another play up forward from Ghost. Look at the aerial play that Ghost is focusing on right now. They don't even need the ground to advance their play. They're just gonna go all up into the air, pass the ball between themselves, like they love to do.
Yeah, Ghost just trying to play their own game, trying to feel out the Ting a little bit. That first goal not phasing them at all, it seems. They are more than willing to let the ball come to them and make the plays that they need to make, although the Ting getting super aggressive right now.
Oh boy. In a dangerous situation there. Classics will be able to nail this one, though, because nobody from the Ting is home.
And Ghost reading the play well, knowing that Red had absolutely no momentum to try to get back. The pass up to Classics to finish it off and make sure that the Ting can't get there. We're tied at 1.
Yep, they found the back door and they used it to score. There we go. 1-1. Things are all back up to being tied. Classics almost losing a chance to make it a 2-1 there. That ball by inches. Ghost seems to be picking up on a little bit of heat here. Zane Jackie places the ball right in front of the net. Able to get that away just in the nick of time, and now they're going to have to watch out. Nap doesn't get as good of a clear as he wanted, though, but they still allow the ball to go home.
Yeah, Lethamir right here, rotating back around, trying to get some control on the ball and possibly a pass over to Classics, but he flipped into it, and that just set it right up for Killerican to send it right down Main Street and in. The Ting take a 2-1 lead.
Absolutely. Yeah, flipping into that ball at that angle definitely wasn't the best choice in that particular situation, but you know, you learn from mistakes, and they still have plenty of time to make up for it. Quiet game, definitely. Quieter than I would have expected.
Yeah, Lethamyr just getting a little bit excited on that play, but he's trying to make up for it, and hopefully he doesn't get, just too excited and wants to go a little bit too crazy. Keep his head, he'll do just
great
fine.
Setup from Classics for Lethamyr. Nap able to save that in the nick of time. We've seen some great plays here by both teams, but the defense for both teams also holding up strong. Look it to be a tense match. Past halftime, and Ting still in the lead by a goal. Trying to get that ball past Lethamyr in the corner. Won't quite let that happen though. Classics making pressure, applying pressure. Zainjaki on the backboard. Can't prevent Nap from getting that clear though. Not really a clear. A touch, trying to get it to his teammates so they can get a wide clear. But Ghosts are really keeping them confined to their own half of the field right now. Not even to their own half, but to their own last third.
That's exactly what they need to do. That's exactly what they need to do right now. But they do need to rotate up on the ball just a touch faster. They're allowing the Ting to get a little bit, I don't want to say complacent, more comfortable in their end as Red tried to pre-jump that save. Ends up going in for the clear.
Finally some breathing room for the Ting. Ghost immediately trying to close them back in. Lock them back up. Zainjaki going to pick up on that pass in the center of the field with Ghosts. All three members of the Ting feeling forced to be all up on the defensive station. Finally, they break through. They're able to apply some pressure off their own to Ghosts. Question is, how long can they keep it up? Now they're going to try the siege on their own. Ghost can't put them under siege forever. They're going to have to really get aggressive, launch some shots. Shoot to score instead of shoot to confine.
Well, and that's the thing. They've made a few shots here and there, but they've all been long shots. I haven't seen a lot of pass plays at least develop properly the way that I'm expecting from Ghost. It just seems like they're a little bit shaken up. Possibly the break might have gotten them a little bit. As a pass to the center, Killerkin reads that well.
30 seconds still remaining, and the Ting still in the lead. Ghosts are going to have to score. They're going to have to score very, very soon, or they will lose the first game in this series. Killer preventing Classics from carrying that one through. Well done at that. 13 seconds still remaining. Ghosts have the ball in their own half of the field. That's a shot from the Ting. Classics going to go up to that one on the wall. Going to try to pass it over to Lethamyr, but Red goes in between that, intervenes. Ball rolls up the wall. Will we see a buzzer beater here? Lethamyr puts it against the backboard. Lethamyr keeps the ball up. Can they make it happen here? Ball has still not touched the ground. Here comes Snap though, and here we see Classics, but he can put the ball far up enough to keep it in play indefinitely, and it ultimately does touch the ground. The Ting take the lead in the second semifinal series.
That last probably 20 seconds had to be the most intense for Nap, Killerkin, and Red, as so much pressure from Ghost. Lots of good passes, but unfortunately just pop-ups. Not able to make any sort of ground up there in that last sixth of the field. They got to clean this up. Ghosts need to regroup, get it cleaned up, and just tell themselves that it's okay. It's okay.
Wow, okay. So, unexpected results, certainly. But the Ting did a good job at handling the siege that Ghosts consistently put them under. But then again, I mentioned it in the last game, Ghosts were pretty good at confining the Ting in their own half of the field, but they pretty much did that by making the Ting chase the ball. Ultimately, they didn't launch enough really dangerous shots onto the Ting's net, even though they did have them under the siege for most of the game. Lots of wasted opportunities there.
They're going to have to find some air underneath the ball while putting it under or on the net. I saw a couple of times where Red, sitting in net, tried to pre-jump a few things. If they can mix up their shots instead of these low ground shots, they'll be all right. Like that right there. But Red, what a read from Red! Zainjaki able to find the angle, not quite breaking the protractor, but definitely put a bent in it.
And we see again the save from Red. So well done, but Zainjaki straight there. Gonna get the angle shot in. unlucky in that situation for the Ting. The save from Red was still phenomenal.
Definitely not to be discounted. That said, that rotation by Killerican to
Lethamyr.
what a drop! I'm literally pog champing. Lethamyr just drops this in from the wrong angle too. Classics had it covered just in case it bounced, but he was completely turned away and had so much trust in Lethamyr's shot. It ended up working out. Even the defense was bamboozled.
Now they're going to have to watch out not to let Ghost build momentum. We've seen what happens when Ghost builds momentum, and it won't be pretty for the Ting. Ball bounces off of the backboard. Nap able to get that clear wide on over to the other side. Killerican sets it up off of the backboard. Nap can't quite make the shot though, unfortunately. Puts it into the corner where Lethamyr is already waiting. Pretty much gives up possession over to Ghost. It's now in the midfield, looking to build their offensive play. Killerican does get that touch. Drives up the wall. Classics nicely reading that one, preventing Nap from getting there. Gonna come off of the backboard. Zanejack looking for the slam dunk. Can't quite make it happen, unfortunately. Both of them missed the ball, and Classics are responsible for preventing the Ting from building an offense off of this. Right now, though, the Ting nicely done, preventing Ghost from building that momentum. Not letting too much wind get into their sails. The game has slowed down a little bit, even though Ghost still isn't in trouble.
Yeah, Ghost have been just keeping the Ting on that blue side as much as possible. They know that they have that 2-goal lead. They can sort of relax, wind the time down just a little bit, but they do seem to want to keep this pressure alive, but they're not overcommitting. It's something they did right before that second goal. They overcommitted quite a bit. They weren't punished for it, and that's something the Ting will have to look for here in their next offensive push.
Early halftime, let's quiet it down again. Lethamyr can go for that shot, bouncing off of the backboard. Classics trying to get it back to the midfield. Ultimately, the defense from the Ting has moved quickly. Don't let that from happening. Classic sets himself a safe off of more of a clear shot than Killerican. Zanejack stopped that ball in the air right in front of the net. Nobody there to pick up on that, though. After a demolition, it helped them thin out the numbers, too. Zanejack takes down Killerican once more while they are on the blue half of the field. Again, they can't quite capitalize on it, though. The Ting's defense is just too strong. We're going to see Classics play some major bumping plays on whoever seems to be the goalie right now for the Ting at any given moment. The Ting responds by getting the ball the heck out of their own half of the field.
That save there from Zanejack coming from the sideboards, just reading that perfectly, had the shadow on, and was able to... Well, he pretty much ghosted the ball.
Stuff.
Off the post.
Oh, they hit the post. So close there for the Ting. That clear was missed in that situation by Classics, and that opened up all kinds of doors to the goal. A few more inches to the left, and that would have gone in.
That defense for the Ting really winding it up right now. They're finally able to get some momentum onto the offensive side and see if they can put any sort of shot on net before Ghost clears it away.
That's carrying the ball back up in front. And 1 minute left to play, just about. There's the mark. Back in the corner, along with Zanejack and Lethamyr. Going to see a good clear from Nap. Classics the one back home, making sure that ball doesn't go anywhere where it isn't supposed to go. We're seeing the Ting attempting to mount an offense here in the final moments of the game. Classics gets the ball into the center. Not able to swipe that out from the goal line inside of the net. You see Killerican put the ball into a good position and then get cut off by Classics, though, who's doing good defensive work in those final moments of the game. And Nap pretty much passing that ball over to Zanejack. He's definitely not sure if that's the touch that he wanted in that situation. 20 seconds left to play. 2 goals still to catch up on. I think it's pretty safe to say that things are looking to be tied up here in the semi-final series between Ghost and the Ting. There's the final countdown. 2 goals still to catch up on. We are 1-1.
Well, as soon as the ball touches the ground, of course, but
yes.
These guys, they don't want to stop playing. What? Classics finally kills it out. Ghost taking the win on that. Really just seems like they used that first game to read the Ting and start playing their game and adjusting their own game to put on the early pressure and then just play comfortably. Ghost seemed to be in the routine. They basically hit overdrive and were cruising down the pitch at any time they wanted to. The Ting found themselves kind of disorganized, it seems.
Yeah, towards the mid-game, it certainly looked like it. They were able to stop Ghost before they really got going, when they got those two consecutive goals right after one another. But overall, there just wasn't any push from them. There wasn't any driving force behind them. It lacked, their play lacked the soul that we saw in game number 1.
Ooh, the soul. The soul of Rocket League.
Does this game have a soul? I think it does.
I think it's fair to say that the game has a bit of a soul. The heart of the cards, man.
The heart of the cards. There we go. Game number 3. We can go to the Ting. Both of these teams really looking to enter the grand finals. We'll share that $1,000 prize pool, $700 if you happen to win. That's a nice little bit of pocket change. First, obviously, going to have to make it there. Hillary can. So you see the Ting play very offensively in these early stages of the game. King Jackie off the wall, pass over to Lethamir. Nicely blocked by Hillary can. He's doing his best to keep the momentum away from Ghost right now. Classics off of the wall, misreads that shot from Red. Pass over to Hillary can. The Ting doing a good job at building their offensive play right now. So far, though, they always fail in the final third, where Ghost's defense really shines. Oh, and good clear there by Hillary can. That could have been very dangerous.
Hillary can just, oh my god, getting dunks on everybody, playing so well. His momentum has not slowed down all game so far, at least, in his first minute 15. He's been able to just read the ball almost every single play that he's involved in and able to keep that ball away from the net for the most part, forcing Ghost to get creative, and it's something we haven't seen too much of yet. And I really stress that yet, as it looks like Ghost, they're going to have to move real quick to get that first goal.
Yeah, Ghost right now mounting their offense. They have been looking at building up that siege for a while. Finally, though, the Ting do break through before it gets too dangerous. And once more, we see Ghost building up a potent siege, but then not doing anything with it, not really trying to catch the Ting's defense off guard. There's two parts to a siege. First, you have to confine your opponents, and then you actually have to use that advantage, that space that you have to score. And Ghost seems to be failing at that second hurdle in the series, at least so far.
The Pash is Sun Tzu confirmed. Uh-oh, one man back.
Oh, off of the backboard. We see Classics getting taken out here by Nap, but the ball bounces off of the ceiling. Classics has more than enough time to respawn before they can really capitalize on that. Harry's situation in front of that orange net.
Yeah, and that was all Lethamir. He just read that so well, manages to 50-50 that one straight up and away, make sure that there was some time for his teammate to respawn, and now they are laying siege to the Ting right now.
Yep.
Oh.
The question is, can they actually do anything with it this time? 2 minutes just about remaining. Classics the pass into the middle. Pretty much serves it for Killerican to clear it away, and Zane Jackie won't even serve it back. Killerican overshooting there a little bit on the wall. Lethamir playing it slow. It looks like Ghosts are perfectly content in taking their time right now. They can do it because they aren't under any pressure. It is a 0-0 game, so it's not like they have to catch up on something, but they cannot let themselves get caught off guard like that. The Ting capitalizing.
Yeah, Nap and Killerican were there just waiting for Lethamir and Classics to sort of dribble the ball between each other and just lose that communication, that team synergy that happens when the ball is between two players. They're not quite sure what to do at that point. Really, Classics probably should have came up for the clear, at least to plop it away from Lethamir. Then again, hindsight is 20/20, and I'm sure they'll look back at this and be like, "Oh man!"
hopefully after every goal, someone will go, "Oh man," or if not, someone will go, "Oh yeah."
Insert Kool-Aid Man meme here. There it is, open net.
There it is. Zane Jackie. Finally, they kill the ball in front of an empty net. All Zane Jackie has to do is push it.
Ghost finally got that spin cycle going and forced the Ting away from their net. They forced Killer Rican to go to midfield for boost, and then they forced the challenges by Nap and Red, get him out of the way, and of course that was the nice half rotate there to tie this one up here. A minute left. It's getting tense here in game 3.
Absolutely, things are tied up. Pretty important. Whoever loses this, stand with her back to the wall. 45 seconds still remaining. Jackie gonna go up for that one. He's following it through. Looks like Ghost looking for another siege here. Rican very patiently. Last man standing in defense, gonna flick it. But Lethamyr comes in from the side, clears it away. Long a clear cross field from Ghost. Left it's up front. Ball control back over to the Ting. He launch a shot, lands a little wide of the goal. Again, very patient play from the Ghost defenders in that situation. Keep their calm, they stay cool, they don't let themselves get baited into situations. You see Lethamyr miss a shot, Classic with a big opportunity there. And it does make it happen, 4 seconds from the end.
Trying to see where the defense was. Red went for a play that was just going to be impossible, but it drew him away. Nap nowhere near. Had complete trust in his teammates. Killer Rican has been pre-jumping all night. He couldn't read that play. An upper 90s shot for Ghost puts him ahead, and this one will do it. Ghost take the 1-game lead here in this best-of-5 series.
Yep, absolutely. That means match ball for them. Just going to win one more, and they're going to be facing Ambition Esports in the final. But the Ting, we've seen life signs in this game. Overall, I think they played better than in the other games we've seen them play so far. But the same is true for Ghost. So it looks like the warm-up period for both teams is just pretty long.
Well,
and
I mean,
hopefully we'll see the Ting. Hopefully we'll see the Ting at maximum capacity in this game, because they really will need to be right there in order to have a shot and take in Ghost to Game 5. Which I think they very much have.
Now, the Ting really need to speed up their play. Anytime they get a pass play going, someone has stopped to receive a pass. They need to keep moving, get those pass plays moving a little bit quicker, and try to catch Ghost on their back foot. That said, tough thing to do because Ghost is so good at defending that midfield.
Oh boy.
It looks like we're going to have to remake.
All right.
Yeah, we're going to have to remake here as we are missing a couple of players.
Yep. Apparently someone joined prematurely, but that is completely fine. We've got everything under control. Lobby is going to get remade. And we're going to go straight into game number 4. Something that I really like about the Ting is that they refuse to let Ghost set the pace. We've seen it several times where Ghost tried to slow the game down, try to play it a bit slower, and the Ting weren't having any of it. They immediately went in all, face mashing mode and went for that ball, immediately upped the pace of the game, caught Ghost on their back foot, and then scored. And that is pretty important against an opponent of that caliber. You cannot let them control the speed, the momentum, that's what I was looking for, and the pace of the game. So very impressed with the Ting, because that's the thing that many teams don't actually manage to do. Many teams are just completely taken aback when their opponent starts adjusting the pace of the game, and they start adjusting to that as well, which just, hands a lot of space over to their opponents.
And you kind of have to try and gauge that sort of difference between your speed and their speed and try to make the ball move at your pace, whether it be slower or faster. That said, there is a point to where you're moving a little bit too slow, and the Ting need to figure out a way to get on that ball quicker, to have better challenges against this Ghost squad. I have sent lobby information to the admin here at the Astro HQ, if you will. I did change it so that we can get a new lobby. All right, cool. Everything's good. But yeah, Pash, both teams playing some pretty solid Rocket League, though. I would like to see the team be able to communicate just a little bit better. They found themselves in some really awkward situations, one-man back type thing with nobody to cover, and it forced them to make some pretty serious saves. If Ghost were a little bit more accurate in their shot placement, we'd be having a completely different conversation right now.
Yep, I agree. The Ting is showing very solid fundamentals, but no, there's these kinks that Ghost are just far too experienced a team not to be able to abuse.
Yes.
So, yeah, you're going to have to work on ironing those out as much as they possibly can. And, you know, this may be their last chance to do it. If they aren't able to decide this game for themselves, they won't have another chance. So here we go. Ghost versus the Ting, game number 4. The Ting with their backs against the wall.
And the Ting already showing a lot more aggression. That said, Ghost super comfortable. They feel like they can read the Ting, and I'm waiting for these Ting teammates to just mix it up, get some speed going, and force Ghost out of their comfort zone.
Absolutely. That's what they're going to have to do. This remains, can they actually do it? Things happen rather slow here in the first 30 seconds.
Oh.
Classics with a great setup with Nap! Nap read that play perfectly. Oh my god, what a save!
Oh my goodness, indeed, as Nap just pre-jumped that completely, found himself stalled in the net, and was able to barely control the car enough to knock that ball down. We're still 0-0.
You know, that's the best kinds of plays where insane offense is followed up by even more insane defense, and that was just one of those situations. The play by Ghost was perfectly executed, but Nap just knew that it was going to happen.
Oh! Ghost really turning it on right now. I mean, that pass by Classics off to his teammate for the shot. It's just that shot placement is so crucial right now because the team seem to be on it. And as I say that, Killer Ekin can't read that play. Lethemir slams it home.
Yep, absolutely. Ghost has been going at it ever since that game started. They have been peppering that net with shot after shot. Great setup by ZaneJacky. Lethemir finds the open angle. And Ghost are just going to keep the aggression piled on. What a spectacular game so far.
Spectacular indeed. It even drew my fiance to stare at me from the door, thinking that something was wrong because I'm so hyped up about this match.
That's how you know it's a good match. And here we see the follow-up from Nap. Pretty much a solo play set up by Red here all across the field.
Yeah, and Classics was there and was expecting probably a much faster play. That's something that we did talk about between the games, was the team need to play at their own pace. They need to speed it up, but they seem to be able to change up that speed, and once Ghost get going, they seem to have a little bit of a hard time slowing down. And that's okay. It works for them, but they need to be conscientious of the team's little tiny ticks of speed.
Red. The wall past Lethemir there. Does get it clear across the field once more. Classic's going to go up for that one. Bounce off of the backboard. Set up again for Lethemir, who unfortunately can put enough forward momentum on that ball. So another very close situation in front of that blue net.
And I'm already noticing Ghost, Lethemir in particular, just getting a little bit antsy on the rotations. He's trying to get to the ball quickly, and it ended up working out right there. Usually it's not such a great thing, but this time it worked perfect.
Certainly did, and Nap and Red just kind of got into each other's way there. ZaneJacky pretty much prompted them to go for the same ball. So they were out of position, they were out of the play. Lethemir found the ball rolling in front of his face, and all he really had to do was give it a little shove. So very well played, confusing the Ting's defense in that situation.
And that's what you got to do. That's pretty much the fundamentals of Rocket League right here. The thing is that the Ting are playing kind of this two-man defense, and they're forcing Ghost out of their comfort zone, which is exactly what we thought that they need to do. That said, they have to get these clears. They must play this really solid pass-play Rocket League in order to get that ball on the offensive side.
Corner here, Lethamyr is going to apply some pressure. Killerican is not going to allow Lethamyr to kill that ball in the air and send it down towards the ground where someone might be waiting. Makes him carry it all the way across the own half of the field. Oh, and that is a miss. And Lethamyr able to just carry that ball all the way through.
Yeah, you had Killerican right here expecting red for the pass and just didn't realize that Lethamyr was right there. He manages to swing it around, but still not in time. The Ting find themselves trying to be aggressive here in the late stages of Game 4 as they find themselves 2 goals down. They need to pull this together.
Yep, they still have a bit of time. 2 goals in a minute 30, that is very realistic, especially considering what we've seen from the Ting so far. But they have to get the ball rolling. Have to give it that first shove. So they can try to tie things up just in time for the overtime, but that's not how to do it. Killerican just able to save it in the nick of time. There's the wide clear coming in from Nap. Lethamyr is going to follow that off into the corner. Nap gets taken out by Classics though, so he's going to be out of that play, and that takes a lot of momentum away from that play. 1 minute now remaining. Another demolition as Nap gets taken down all over again. Respawns now, wide clear coming in. Killerican bouncing off the backboard, and let's see a lot of pressure applied by the Ting here, and Red is able to find that nook.
That is what I'm talking about. This nice pass play to draw out Ghost, make them make the saves, and then start panicking. Lethamyr took a bump as well on the way back, and that forced the other two to try to make something happen. It's a 1-goal game, less than 45 left.
Yep. Things are sure getting tense. The Ting still have a very realistic shot at taking this to overtime. Just going to keep doing what they have been doing. To catch Ghost off guard. It has worked once, has to work again. Nap carrying the ball up front. And looking for the bounce off of the side wall. Very well saved there by Zainjackie. The Ting still in offensive positioning here. 10 seconds remaining, and the ball is on the way out of the orange half of the field. They have to get another wide clear. They have to play this as fast as they possibly can. Nap, unfortunately, can't quite make that touch off of the wall. Can they juggle it? That is the question now. Zainjackie beats them to the ball. It's going to bounce off of the pipe and then ultimately hit the ground. Ghost are going to be joining Ambition Esports in the grand final of this month's Astronauts 3v3 Rocket League tournament.
The Ting, it's really unfortunate. They played some extremely solid Rocket League, especially there at the end. And it was unfortunate as they could not cross the streams and shut down Ghost this time around. But Pash, we were on the edge of our seats there in the last minute.
Oh yeah, absolutely. The Ting, they tried everything in their might, and it was so close to working. There were a couple of situations where there were just mere inches between a successful save and a successful goal from the Ting.
Yeah.
Ultimately, they really had all of the potential to take it to Game 5. It was not to be in the end, but very well played against a seasoned RLCS team. You can't really scoff at their performance here.
I mean, you really can't. I mean, basically, essentially a pickup team going up against, as you said, seasoned RLCS players and a team who play together all the time, and just it wasn't quite enough. Ghost managing to pull this one through, and now they're going to go up against an RLRS star in Ambition Esports. This will be a true test for Ambition.
It definitely will, and maybe it'll be a preview of things to come. Perhaps this is a matchup that we will see more regularly in the next season. Who knows? Ambition definitely has the chance to prove that they belong where Ghost is right now. We'll be heading off into a quick break. In the meanwhile, check out what goes into the creation of one of those Astro headsets that everyone knows and loves. A little bit of a behind-the-scenes view while we get everything working for you behind the scenes to get that final onto your screens in no time. Be right back.
With well over 1 billion gamers worldwide, how can every gamer elevate their experience to the next level? We took features that we find to be essential to a gaming headset: comfort, durability, and communications, and distilled them to their core components. For the A10, we revisited the roots of our design process.
We looked at our previous headset lines and we came to the conclusion that there were some essential features that every headset needed to have, and those are durability, high audio quality, and comfortable for long-lasting play sessions. And we believe that with the A10, we really managed to deliver those at an accessible point.
The A10 upholds Astro's standard of high-fidelity audio in a light, durable, comfortable headset.
The quality of TV speakers just isn't high fidelity enough to reproduce all those little details that you would hear over a pair of headphones. Often the first time a gamer puts headphones on, they're amazed. They hear all these little sounds and minute details that they just lose over drivers that come from a TV.
Now every gamer can hear games the way they were meant to, and maintain crystal clear communication with their friends.
Voice communication is crucial to gaming. What we made sure of with the A10 is that we got an easy accessible flip to mute mic, so that when you don't want to be heard, you can just flick it up, and when you want to talk, you can just flick it down. It's also a boom mic, so you can mold it and put it right in front of your mouth or a little further away to make sure that everyone hears you just the way you want them to hear you.
Now, the Astro audio experience is accessible to every kind of gamer. Head over to astrogaming.com for more information on the A10.
Welcome back. It's grand final time in this monthly Astronauts Rocket League 3v3 $1,000 tournament. I'm Tapash. Joining me is Ninja Rider, and it is going to be Ambition versus Ghost. The best of 7 grand final.
The RLRS Star versus the RLCS Star, at least in this tournament. This is going to be huge for Ambition. If they can do very well here, it will show everybody that they belong where they are and possibly more. But Ghost trying to get some practice in, but Prime Thunder says, no way, I'm going to shut this down now.
Absolutely, we're going to get things going in a rolling start. Prime Thunder starting things off. A pretty flashy way in a solo play, 6 seconds in, already scoring for Ambition.
I mean, let's make a statement, right?
Absolutely.
Get her done.
Hey, with a good clear, you're going to look for the pass for Wonder. Zane Jackie is going to intervene there, not going to let that see its conclusion. Jackie with a wide clear. They're catching the ball right off the backboard. And they're trying to carry it over. Classic's now in control. Going to carry it into the corner, right in front of the net. Maybe there. From Ghost to push it in, so situation averted on the side of Ambition Esports. And we're going to mount another offense here. A little bit of interventionist play from Classics in the corner, preventing that offense from getting anywhere solid.
Dang,
it gets blown up.
Play.
Physical play from Ambition Esports.
I mean, physical play on both sides. There's been explosions all over this map. One would think that grenades were going off and we're playing CSGO, but we're not. We're playing Rocket League, and it's fantastic Rocket League at that. I am looking for Ambition to be able to keep up with Ghost when Ghost decides they want to speed up. That said,
so close from Classics.
I mean, what was that about speed?
Yep, pretty much out of nowhere. Fires a grenade on that goal, mere inches from getting that equalizer. But so far, Ambition, they hold on to their lead. Another demolition from Prime Thunder. Fire in the hole here on Manfield Night. And Zane Jackie dunks the ball past. It's the equalizer.
Zane had his eye on the ball this whole time, realizing that Prime was going to go for it eventually. Luckily, he didn't get bumped by Wonder, who I don't think he thought was there. But Prime Thunder absolutely throttled by the much more experienced Zane Jackie. Sorry, I'm still shivering from that dunk.
Yep, that was pretty incredibly well done. Wonder setting the ball up for Lethamir, hits the crossbar. Zane Jackie with almost the last of the juice in his tank, trying to bounce that ball and unfortunately cannot make it happen. So no lead here for Ghost, even though they had a prime opportunity. Speaking of Prime Thunder here with the clear. Off of the side wall, we see Ghost back in possession. And Jackie drives past that ball. Prime Thunder passing it over to Wonder. Lethamir is not going to see that ball. Not going to allow that ball to see through to conclusion. And here we see Air with a crossbar shot out of pretty much nowhere. Lots of aggression being mounted very, very fast from both teams. Pretty high velocity play so far.
Yeah, Ambition just having some trouble getting some pass plays going and things once they get into the offensive end. They're so used to doing these solo plays and things that it's just not working out. That said, Ghost not running circles around him. Ambition is holding their own, but Ghost, I'm going to look for them to speed up their play here quickly as we have surpassed halftime.
You see Air looking for the dribble here. Can't quite make it happen, though. Far too experienced players on the side of Ghost. Lethamir, once we're trying to trick Wonder, does manage to get the clear. Zane Jackie lets it through to Lethamir. He gets it past Prime Thunder. Wonder now the last defensive player in place for Ambition Esports. He is way up for that ball, though. Prime Thunder letting that ball get through the Classics. Goes for another wide clear. All the way up front. Zane Jackie looking for the bump on Prime Thunder, but he was already up in the air.
Ghost is getting super comfortable with just passing the ball again, much like they did in their semifinals against the Ting. Not really too much going up against the net. again, the accuracy that was missing in the semifinals seems to be plaguing them right now, or they're just choosing not to. It's kind of hard to tell with these guys.
The air for Classics. Saw Wonder up in the air to block that one. A minute still remaining. They're still tied in scores. Wonder now with a chance to play out Lethamyr. Can't quite do it. Air keeps it alive. Lethamyr getting that save off of the crossbar. And Classic's gonna have to clear that one. Prime Thunder looking for the bump on Zane Jackie. Finally takes control of the ball as Air barrels it towards him. And here comes Lethamyr looking for a shot off of the wall. Prime Thunder in place to save that one from going in. 30 seconds still remaining. And things are heating up towards the end of this one. Prime Thunder looking to apply a little bit more pressure. Ball is up in the air. It's going to be passed to the center by Air. Wonder back passes it into its own corner to keep control of that ball. Classics looking to intervene there. Air with a good touch, keeping it away from Zane Jackie. And we see Prime Thunder looking to get that ball across the center line. Air puts it in a good position. Can they make it happen? Wonder misses the shot and Lethamyr deflects it off to the side for the overtime in game 1 out of potentially 7.
I got chills there on that last play from Ambition Esports. They were so connected, just slightly off on the shot, and allowed Lethamyr to recover well.
Oh,
but a shot from Prime Thunder! Knocking the bottle down as Prime Thunder, as Classics could not read this play.
Could not read this play. Indeed, perfect pass from Air. That one just was spot on. Classics in the center of the goal. That came out completely nowhere. Impossible to save there for Ghost. And Ambition Esports, they take game 1 in this best of 7 grand final. $700 are at stake here for the first place team.
Yeah, we are in the money round, guys. Best of 7. Ghost, I think we're seeing what we saw in the semis. Ghost kind of letting Ambition get the feel for it, get themselves moving and going. And then Ghost, we're looking for that game to just turn it on and burn. We'll have to see, though. Ambition, definitely a worthy opponent.
Yep, absolutely. They have shown as much. Close game number 1. Ultimately, they win it out in overtime. And I think we are in for a potentially long and exciting series. We'll see where things will take us in game number 2. So far, both teams look to be on equal footing, but of course, we had a rather long break between games. So maybe they're just warming up.
I'm kind of wondering if that, came into effect for Ambition and why they just went for the although Zane cannot. Okay. Yeah, Wonder just came through. Zane Jackie tried. He realized there was going to be a shot. He was actually lined up for it. No, just a touch off. My camera angle showing that he was there, but on the replay, he was just slightly off. That might have been a save if he got there in time.
Oh, and Zane Jackie off of the kickoff. Okay. Yikes.
The breakdown right here, Prime Thunder just flat out missing on the flip. Air not expecting that at all. I think Prime must have called a stall or something in the midfield, and Air was anticipating that. We're tied at 1 here, over 10 seconds gone here at game 2.
Oh, you might see 2 on Ghost's scorecard here as another botched kickoff from Ambition Esports.
That's really all it is, right? I mean, Ghost realizing that Ambition's kickoffs are just a touch off, and they take advantage of that here in the early game. That slight edge in a goal could be enough for them. We saw them hold the Ting for 1 goal for practically the whole game before they scored again.
See Lethamyr once more putting up the ball in a good position for a play. Unfortunately, cannot quite follow through by himself, but he continues to be in possession. And Jackie now coming in to support his teammate there a little bit. Prime Thunder gets taken now. This is their opportunity to use their strength in numbers. But good clear as he respawns back into the midfield. And it's going to follow that one through. Prime Thunder and Wonder both going up for it. Bounces off of the ceiling. And since both of them went up for it, nobody was there for the follow-up shot. Classic's trying to get it past Dare here. Prime Thunder will pass over to Wonder. He's going to pass it straight back into the midfield. Will he be able to get it past? Yes, past Classic. No past Zane Jackie. So Ambition Esports looking for a solid offense here. But so far, Ghost's defense have been prepared. Lethamyr! There it is. Angle shot. Slam dunk. In it goes.
Zain just kind of putting it up towards the net, not really expecting a shot to come out. Both Wonder and Prime Thunder didn't expect a shot either. No way coming from Zain Jackie, but Leth reading the play well and managing to knock it down. Only one went up for it. It was the smart play, but the miss by the goalie is what cost him that one. 2-goal lead for Ghost, and Ambition find themselves in a precarious position.
Classic with a pass over to Lethamyr. Gets it straight in front of the goal line. Perfectly placed.
Lethamyr feeling it right now. He actually avoided a bump from Wonder. If Wonder was a little bit more aggressive on the bump, that might have changed the whole dynamic of the play, but they weren't. Now a 3-goal lead here for Ghost. Ambition, they're looking a little shaky right now.
Absolutely. Ghost is really getting going here. They've built up a lot of momentum. The passing plays have just been on point. Ambition Esports, in game number 1, they were still able to snuff out those passing plays, prevent them from getting too dangerous, but at this point in time, Ghost is kind of starting to run away with this game, and Ambition Esports going to have to put a stop to that as fast as possible. They are on the offense right now. There's a clear from Lethamyr. Prime Thunder with a pass over to Air, gets that ball straight back into the orange half of the field. And here we see a center ball, nobody there from Ambition Esports to capitalize on that one. Ball was a little bit too fast as well to really be able to do anything with it. And you see Prime Thunder looking for the fake with Classics. He stayed calm and collected. Saved that one.
Starting to see some really good defense from Ambition. They're realizing that shots can come from anywhere, and they've managed to kind of keep moving in general. Even when in net, the bar down.
Dangerous!
Wonder.
Well played by Prime Thunder.
Prime Thunder just popping up past Leth, who wasn't expecting him to be able to do that. Classics just barely getting in the way and can't recover in time. Zain over in the corner realizing the play was done. He can't make anything happen to that. I kind of disagree with that. You got to go for it. Always have to go for it with that 3-goal lead. Probably feeling a little comfortable as we surpass halftime.
10 seconds after halftime. First goal for Ambition Esports in a while. Might just be what they need to mount a mini comeback in this game.
They're going to have to mount it quickly and avoid those demos as well. I would like to see them get a lot more aggressive on the bumps and demos here on Ghost, especially on Lethamyr. Lethamyr seems to be the one who is looking for that sweet touch.
Classics. Well, Lethamyr's back over to him. Tries to set up for Zain Jackie, but Wonder read that play. And intervened before it got too dangerous. Making a sweet time on the wall. Air with a pass over to Wonder. That could be an empty net. Classics. Just able to deflect that in the nick of time. Such a close call there for Ambition Esports. Wonder able to bounce that ball against the backboard before it bounces back down in front of the net. Good clear. Coming in from Air. You have to watch out not to let Zain Jackie get that ball. And Wonder just takes them out, saying, all right, I'm not going to take any risks here.
That's exactly what needed to happen. That super aggression. Wonder with the carry. Okay, Ambition have really turned it on right now. Ambitious plays, yes.
Oh, boy.
But they are calculated and doing so well here in the last minute or so. 2-4, they have a little bit of a hill to climb, though.
He gets to that ball before Wonder. This may be on collision course. Zain Jackie picks it up off of the backboard and scores it for the 5.
As Zain just giving his teammates some room, having to slow himself down a little bit as Air not even realizing somebody was going for that. 3-goal lead again here for Ghost. They are feeling it.
Certainly are. Looks like they really want to tie the series up. I want to let Ambition Esports run away with it. 40 seconds still remaining, 3 goals still to catch up on. But Ghost's defense has been pretty stellar. So I doubt that Ambition will be able to do that. And of course, it is nothing is impossible in Rocket League, but it's certainly looking like we are going into Game 3 with tied scores.
Yeah, Ghost found their comfort zone for sure, and Ambition have not been able to figure out how to get them out of there. That said, Ghost have had to put together some really solid plays against this squad. They haven't been able to stall the ball out right in the middle of the field. They haven't been able to stall the ball out in front of their net. And Ambition playing solid defense this game. They really were put on their toes this time out. That right there is one of the games that will help you get better.
Yep, absolutely. Lots of experience to be gained here by Ambition Esports. But they have been holding their own pretty well. I mean, yes, this is a 5-2 game, but Ghost just kind of ran away in the early stages of the game where they scored 3, one right after another. Apart from that, Ambition was able to keep them in check. So the logical thing to do is, not even let Ghost pick up that pace, gain that much momentum.
Yeah.
Keep the goal difference as low as possible. I mean, those were just 2 botched kickoffs right after one another. Of course, that can't really happen.
Yeah, yeah, and they're going to have to just get on that ball quicker. Everybody harps on rotations and things of that nature. For them, it's speed, the sheer speed that Ghost is playing compared to Ambition. Ambition is just going to have to put the pedal to the metal and...
Wonder.
Sometimes you have to stop mid-sentence and just admire a play.
I know, right? That was great. It was a bit slow. Like, these aerial plays always look more flashy than they are actually useful because it was very slow, and Ghost had all the time in the world to prepare for that. But still, gotta appreciate the effort. Gotta admire the enthusiasm that Wonder brought to the table there. So he left the mirror, trying to get the ball past Prime Thunder. Does a good job at saving that one. Air's gonna have to get that all the hell out of there. Over to Wonder in the corner. Zane Jackie back in the center. Air followed it through, completely out of boost though, so he has no chance to put a lot of distance within that ball in his own goal. And Ghost will be able to keep that offense going for another while. 1 minute has now been played. Left the mirror. An angled shot. Air able to scoop that out just in time. Zane Jackie and Classics bouncing over each other. And that will allow Ambition to get the ball out of their own half.
Ghost is starting to double commit a little bit on the offense. Is something that I've noticed them do in the semis and in this matchup as well. If Ambition are able to take advantage of that and not pass directly to the other team, they could see quite a bit of success.
Prime Thunder missing that touch. Wonder carries it into the corner. Zane Jackie looking for the clear. Good Air already on the rotation. No pass for Prime Thunder. And Wonder both getting the ball the heck out of there. Nobody up in front, so they couldn't turn it into an offense. Zane Jackie has to be prevented from taking that shot, and he is. Prime Thunder and Wonder continuing to be on defensive positioning here. Wonder, oh boy, bounces off the inside of the goalpost. Valiant effort by Air to try and save that, but unfortunately it was Tua.
Lethemir just reading the play right here. Zane Jackie had him backed up, and Leth thought he might have a chance to cut in early, but it was wise of him to not do that. Once it hit the post, he turned right at that ball at a snap pace. That's what's going to give them the lead here. Just 1 goal scored in the first 2 minutes. It's a close one. Ambition playing so much better here in Game 3.
Yep, absolutely. They're playing it slow, methodical. They aren't going for any flashy plays like, the fakes and the kickoffs that never turned out great for them whenever they tried it. And also they're keeping the pace in check. They're not allowing Ghost to run away with it. Yes, they just did concede a goal, but it's only 1, and at this point in game number 2, they were already down 3. So Ambition, they're playing a methodical, controlled game, and as a result, it's still anyone's game. A single goal for Ambition, they've had more than enough chances to do it. A bunch of close calls as well.
Oh, might have a chance here. Ambition can scramble here on the offense. It's that conversion from defense to offense that they're having a little bit of trouble on. Granted, Ghost really good at shutting that down. They're really feeling that movement right now, but Ambition really need to get some control on the ball in the midfield and try to get some pass, like a pass or two, to a teammate really early, much like this.
Good pass over to Prime Thunder. Tries to get it out of range for Lethemir, but it was not even on goal course, so It's not a good position to launch a shot from. 20 seconds still remaining. Just one goal still to catch up on for Ambition Esports. They still have all the time in the world. Gonna have to hurry up a little bit, because we are nearing that 1 minute mark. And even if it is just one goal, you still need a bit of time to score that, especially when Ghost's defense continues to be as stellar as it has been so far in this game. Like, there haven't been many gaps for Ambition to exploit.
There really haven't. Ghost has had it fairly well covered. There were some instances like that one where a teammate could have came in for Ambition to slam it home, but they're playing so cautiously right now. They need to get a man on the ball at all times and someone on one of the defenders ASAP. 30 seconds left. They don't have a lot of time.
Yep, absolutely. Now they're going to have to amp up the heat a little bit, or they will just lose this game 1-0. Right now it's Ghost on the offense. There with a wall clear. And Ghost just making sure to keep Ambition confined to their own half, but Prime Thunder finally breaks through. Gets a pass serve to him perfectly by Wonder, and there's the equalizer.
So Prime Thunder challenge Zane Jackie in the midfield there. Zane losing out, or actually winning on that, but Prime Thunder realizing that there might be a play, just waiting for the pass in the offensive zone, and we are tied here with 10 seconds left. Oh man, here we go. We've got a finals on our hands now.
Yep, absolutely. Will we see an overtime, or will we see a buzzer beater? Overtime it is. Game number 3. Who will take the lead here in this best of 7 grand final? There's still a safety net below both teams, no matter who wins now. It's just one step closer to winning this tournament, and it's play between Prime Thunder and Air. Perfectly played out. Ambition, they take it.
Look at this Classic just sitting right there. No idea that Air was sitting right next to him. Didn't go for it. Had no momentum to even get a clear going. The Ambition take advantage of that slight defensive mistake with great positioning. I mean, it was so close that whole game. Everybody challenging at exactly the right time, but Ambition taking this slight lead in the series. I don't think we expected them to do this, Pash.
I mean, one of them is clearly higher ranked than the other when it comes to the, to the pure numbers. One of them is the RLCS, one and the other are in the RLRS. But if you didn't know that, watching both teams, you could very well think that they are on equal footing, that they are two very evenly matched teams. And so far, the story of the series has been, yes, they are. Ambition let themselves go a little bit in game number 2. And it was pretty much just the amount of goals that they conceded in quick succession that made it pretty difficult for them to come back. Had that been a 1-goal deficit instead of that 3-goal deficit, which they, amassed by botching those 2 kickoffs, then that would have been very manageable as well. And now they're in the lead in game number 4.
Yep.
They have all the chances in the world. They have a very good shot at taking down Ghost here in this final.
Now they just need to get some accuracy on the net. They've had a couple of chances now. Granted, any missed shot should be a pass, but the redirection by Wonder.
Starting things off strong here. Off of the wall. And Zane Jackie just kind of misjudged the shot by Wonder. Didn't expect the angle to be taken there. And the Air just had all the space in the world on the side of the field. He was trying to pressure him there. He just had a clear passing lane.
Yeah, Ghost need to get on this ball a little bit faster than they have been in this first minute or so.
Oh, Classics.
Granted, I say that. Classics does just that.
Oh, Prime Thunder barreling past the ball. Not sure what happened there. Yikes.
Let's see here. Prime Thunder just had a ton of momentum trying to save the ball from his goal mouth, but he had no boost to really control it so much, so he ended up flipping past the ball, and that set off a chain of reaction to not have Ambition in great positioning, just not ready for that slight pass shot.
Yep. So things are tied back up. Just over 1 minute played here in this game. It continues to be a very, very evenly matched series between those two teams. that theoretically have an entire tier of competitive standing, ranking between them, but in practice are really not conceding any inches of their opponent.
The simple 1-2 punch right there. Lethamyr putting himself in a proper position to negate Wonder's momentum and get that ball centered. Zane ready for it and waiting. They have a 1-goal lead here, Ghost. Let's see if they can keep this one alive and tie up the series.
They have a shot. Just 1 goal to catch up on, and they have shown that they can capitalize on mistakes that Ghost makes. They aren't very numerous. And they do come. Ambition is right there to exploit them. They're popping up the ball for himself. Gonna have to conserve his boost a little bit. Looking for the tap as he comes down. Classics now in ball control. Look for the dribble, but Air just throws himself in there, not even allow him to really take control of that ball. And with the backboard hit, forcing Lethamyr to go for the clear to the corner. Prime Thunder is in the center. Waiting for the opportunity, waiting for that pass. Wonder over-rotating a little bit there, but you can't really expect a bounce like that.
I mean, Prime Thunder and Lethamyr slammed into each other and it turned into an old-school Sart BC, cars flying, ball going nowhere type of encounter. I mean, we come along halftime and Ambition are just all over this ball. They have a man right there and another guy waiting for a pass at all times.
Yep. They have got this down to a tier right now. They're positioning an offensive play set up at all times. Ball just needs to reach one of the players in that chain, and things are going to be very, very dangerous for Ghost. And Wonder, look at the pressure that he's applying with that ball. He's just going nuts with it, deep inside enemy territory. Samir's not going to be able to outplay Air there, and Prime Thunder keeps that ball in the air, stops him in the midfield. They can anticipate the clear from Ghost to rotate back. Push back forward. Time is slowly but surely running out, but Ambition Esports, they still only have 1 goal to catch up on, and they continue playing as they have. It is only a matter of time.
Well, that's the thing, though, is they're starting to get a little bit complacent. They're not making the touches that they need to make. They're not quite attacking the ball as fast as they should, and the speed of Ghost can strike at any time, much like it almost did right there.
Yep, they need to not let go. They had a period in this game where they were really well. One of playing really well, applying all the pressure in all the places that they need to apply pressure in. Now they're letting Ghost take a little bit of their space again, and it shows because straight away we're seeing the ball move into the blue half of the field once more. We are seeing Ambition push back, forced to defend, which when you're goal down is definitely not the position you want to be in. 50 seconds still remaining. They do still have the time to mount their offense back up to build themselves a nice offensive play and get that goal for the overtime.
And we are starting to see Ghost just take control of the boost. Lots of midfield boost grabs. They are keeping Ambition on their side with only their 2 boost pods. But the pop-up here could be dangerous.
Yeah, they're wasting a lot of time right now defending against Ghost's attacks. As Ghost is ramping up the pressure towards the end of the game here, they are really looking for the equalizer in the series. 10 seconds still remaining. It is now or never. They have to get the ball the heck out of there, but Zane Jackie prevents that from happening. Forces Air to go for the save. Prime Thunder with a push-up forward. Classics is going to get that, and that ball is going to touch the ground. Ghost will not concede an inch of their space to Ambition Esports, and we are 2-2, all tied up.
And Wonder was actually sitting at one of the midfield boost pads. It was the one farthest away from the ball. If he was able to simply get out of there, move towards the ball, they might be able to get a decent redirect shot. The ball wasn't super high. Granted, again, 20/20 hindsight, but ball wasn't super high. He probably could have double jumped at that and just at least got it towards the net really close. The goal was covered, but it would have been a random shot and probably tied it up.
Let's see where this takes us. Tied up in the series, 2-2 apiece. Who will take the lead? Who will take the match point opportunity? Back and forth literally so far. this point, I just have to ask you, based on what we've seen from both teams so far, who's going to win it all? Who's going to go home with the $700?
I gotta stick with my boys in Ghost. They are showing a lot of patience right now, especially in this finals, and it's something that Ambition is starting to panic a little bit. They're rushing some plays, they're not controlling the ball, and they're not very efficient with their touches. Granted, it's the experience of Ghost that is allowing Ghost to be able to do these things, but Ambition need to step it up. They are really good with those pass plays. The Wonder Thunder combo is unstoppable when it gets really cranked up. Ghosts just seem to have their number at least right now.
That's what you're going to see. One that hasn't played, and all that we've seen so far is Ambition Esports under heavy pressure by Ghost. Pretty much unable to break out of their own half. Up under the midfield. The ball back on forward just to win some space in the midfield. Room to maneuver.
Oh,
But Ghost are taking everything that they can. They take out Air, and once more, Ambition finds themselves confined. Prime Thunder is the one taking initiative here right now. He is the one pushing the ball forward, trying to buy some space for his teammates.
yeah.
Air and Wonder pretty much have to stay back. Every time Ghost get a touch, they immediately use it and convert it into pressure.
Ooh.
Prime Thunder finally breaking
Oh.
through! And his efforts pay off.
Okay, Prime Thunder knew he wasn't going to get a great touch, but he managed to get it around Lethamyr, found himself upside down, and just front flips at the ball. There was no way that other defender was going to get there because of that front flip. The sheer mechanics that Prime Thunder just showed is staggering.
His efforts sure do pay off and take his team into the lead. Very, very well done in that situation. 2 minutes have been played. Ghost back on the offense, but Ambition, they can't rely on being able to stave off that offense forever. And just as I say that, Classics ice things up.
And there it is, Prime Thunder looking for that near post shot. Wasn't expecting the pass out to Classics, who was already in the air. So much trust on this Ghost squad between all the three players that there's just almost no way to defend against it when you're stuck in the net. That said, get some momentum, try to time the save as much as you can. You'll be able to get a nice, solid clear as well as the save.
Here, 2 minutes, 40 seconds remaining, nearing halftime, and things are all tied up. Now that Ghost has scored, Ambition actually daring to get out of their own half, but as soon as they do that, Classics exploits the hole that they left back home.
Yeah, Wonder thought the ball was going to be much closer to the wall. When it wasn't, he had to panic out and jump for it. Air just couldn't get there in time, tried to grab some boost, tried to just get as much speed as possible, but the little boot by Classics is the one that does it.
So just at halftime, Ghosts take the lead. Ambition Esports once more finding themselves under a heavy amount of pressure. They really don't have the room to breathe that they did in the other games. And Classics gonna make it 3. Hat trick!
Ambition are just being caught going way too slow. They're slowing themselves down and out of position. Prime Thunder was way up the field. Not saying there's too much trust in the team, but they need to just change up that rotation, tighten it up a little bit, and focus on getting either that long clear or the pass clear, because Ghost is starting to hog up the space. Never mind.
Prime Thunder. What a pass!
What a pass indeed. Prime is just lurking, waiting for it.
That is
Air had that ball stalled and just waiting for Prime to come right in his frame and slam it down. Wonder Thunder, baby.
absolutely. Wonder Thunder wins out for Ambition Esports, takes them one step closer to the equalizer against Ghost. Once more, finding themselves pressured here. Liberation strike by Prime Thunder. They are able to push back up forward. Classic's gonna go up for that. Wonder! Oh my god! Lethamyr! He can't get the momentum, can't get the speed to to actually get that ball the hell out of there.
And it was a good idea to get behind the ball the way he was, just not enough upwards momentum. Zane Jackie completely stuck under the ball. There wasn't anything he could do at that point. It was just an awkward situation they found themselves in based off their defensive rotations. And that slow ball that Ambition is playing right now just caught him out.
Oh, Lethamyr.
Never mind.
He's not going to let things stay equal.
And it's that self-play. Looks like Prime Thunder was going for it. Wunder had complete trust in his teammate. As he was flying across the field to go for a block, he ends up canceling his boost and everything. But they find themselves one goal down. The next game, if Ambition loses this, they will be facing the chopping block. Got to be feeling the pressure.
Absolutely. Still have a minute and 20 seconds to catch up on things, but this is a familiar situation. They were in the same situation last game, and 20 were not enough to actually do that. This game has been higher scoring. Right now, they are breaking out their own half of the field, but Air gets just blown up by Lethamyr. Prime Thunder still trying to keep the pressure going, keep the play alive. Air not coming in from behind, putting it off the backboard. That is a setup for Prime Thunder, but Lethamyr able to save that in the nick of time. Wunder in the corner wants to center the ball back up front. Prime Thunder puts it on the inside of the goalpost. Wunder prevents the clear. Air trying desperately to keep that play on life support, but ultimately they have to concede it. 35 seconds still remaining. Great effort by Ambition Esports in that situation, but it was not enough to actually score. They got 30 seconds to get that ball to cross that line.
They're playing, the third man seems to,
classics.
is just playing a little bit shy when it comes to these offensive situations, and for good reason, but Lethamyr manages to slam it home through traffic.
Yep, Prime Thunder, so close to actually saving that. Had he angled his car a little differently, I think he would have been able to bounce that out, but even in that situation, someone from Ghost would have been there to nail it home, so.
Yeah, that one might have been the nail in the coffin for Ambition, at least in this game. Well fought, I would say. Find themselves 2 goals down. No real super huge mistakes made by Ambition in pretty much the whole game. There were some little things that they could have done better. And Ghost, again, this is where their experience pays off in games like this, where it's essentially a tie.
Yeah. Absolutely. This was a really head-to-head game in a head-to-head series. Ambition Esports, they rebounded a little bit from their slow, sloppy. I don't want to call it sloppy because it wasn't sloppy, but in comparison to what they have shown in the series, apart from that, it was sloppier. They've recovered from that. They played a brilliant game, but ultimately, it just wasn't enough to take down the seasoned veterans that are Ghosts. And now, Ambition Esports, with a last chance to keep themselves in the series, Game 7 is the only way, is their only path to victory.
And I can tell you, they will not go down without a fight. They might play patient, but they're gonna go for it like that right there.
Starting things off.
Wunder right here, just reading the play well. He was going up for it. I think he was expecting Prime Thunder to actually go for it and get a pass, but Prime must have called him off because there was no way he was getting to that. What, less than 30 seconds are already on the board? This is where Ambition gets comfortable. That said, Ghost can strike at any time.
Absolutely. Gonna have to watch out here. Can't get complacent. Have to keep playing as if there was a 0 on that board instead of a 1. That's Ambition's Esports path to game number 7. They're doing quite well right now. It's preventing Ghosts from really taking control. Have to keep that up as long as possible. Lethamyr with a clear into the center. Clash is going for the bump on Wunder, misses it, and Wunder gets the clear. Prime Thunder running out of boost mid-aerial. They're trying to carry through the corner. Zane Jackie with a bump on Wunder, the goalie. But nobody was there to actually nail that shot. But the ball was dead for so long that Lethamyr had all the time in the world to position himself for that one.
Zane absolutely clobbered Wonder, and it threw him into the back of his own net. Luckily, Classics was there to slam that one home. I'm sorry, Lethamyr was there to slam it home. Classics playing a little bit of a screenplay just to make sure that one worked out. And again, this patience by Ghost paying off for him.
Patience is a virtue, as we have seen once more with that equalizer goal. Let's see, Wonder off the corner. Prime Thunder faking it, using Zane Jackie as a bit of an impromptu passing station. Jackie carrying that ball past Air. That is an empty net. Wonder has to play that towards his own backboard. Oh my God, Prime Thunder missed flipping there. What is going on? Ambition Esports' defense. That was a very hairy situation. It could have gone all kinds of wrong.
Yeah, Prime Thunder just having a little bit of a hard time right now. He's slightly off his game, playing a little bit panicky, but luckily his friend Air is there to help him push the ball out of the way and set up a play for the next one, but Zane shuts it down quickly.
It's another situation for Prime Thunder. Manages to nail that one. Very well done. Ambition Esports really has to watch out not to let themselves get overwhelmed by the pressure that Ghost has been starting to build up. Because, yeah, you've mentioned it, Prime Thunder in the defense. It's been looking a bit, you know, unlucky. Let's call it that.
He's looking like he's slightly out of his element right now.
Yeah.
He knows that...
Oh, boy. Oh, boy. Air. He was out of boost.
Yeah, Air, just not great positioning here in the net. Looks like he realized the play was developing as he was going for boost. Had to go for it, and only had the 12 to play with.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, it was a smart play.
Up towards the ball.
It was a smart play because he wasn't expecting the ball to come towards his net. And then when he realized it, I mean, slamming on the brakes as hard as he can, but let's face it, these cars don't stop all that well.
Yeah, that's true. It was just a very unlucky situation for him because he got your back turned towards the ball, and we're just going for boost. And even then, you don't have enough boost to really turn around and go for the save. It doesn't matter. Wonder makes sure that they are back on equal footing.
Yeah, Wonder, a little bit ticked off at himself, I think. And just slams this one home, says, no way.
Yeah, there we go. We are back to even, just above the 2-minute mark. There it is. Prime Thunder sending the ball up into the air. You can see Lethamyr playing it back into the center. Wonder with a back pass. Not sure if that was intentional. Either way, it gave Ghost a lot of space, and that was a very good white clear by Air. It closed that up right away. Prime Thunder with a shot towards target, bounces off the backboard. Air was already waiting in the other corner to pick up on that. 30 left to play. Ambition Esports in full attack mode. This is a wide one. Wonder able to deflect that off into the corner. Here comes Lethamyr with another shot opportunity, though, and this time Prime Thunder, he can't be there and done.
The spin cycle started up for Ghost. Just slam it up against the wall, slam it up against the wall again, realizing it's just pushing Ambition completely out of their territory. It's forcing Ambition to grab boost and keep their speed up. Can't do that all the time, especially when the boost possession by Ghost, Kappa, thank you, James Bott. The boost possession game by Ghost is top notch right now, although Wonder sets us up for Air. Classic's able to deflect.
Wall Prime Thunder gets blown up by Zane Jackie. 1 minute still remaining. Ambition Esports putting the ball right in front of their own net. Zane Jackie had that ball served to him on a silver platter. Luckily for them, Ambition Esports could just get a tiny little touch on it before it crossed the line. Prime Thunder backed up on the goal towards Wonder. There's the clear. Lethamyr. 35 seconds still remaining. Ambition Esports is going to have to mount a major offense. They're going to have to do it soon. There's still only one goal, but even one goal is one goal. Here we see Air can't get it past Lethamyr. 25 seconds. Looks like Ghost is perfectly content with letting Ambition attempt an offense and then clearing it away to waste as much time as possible.
Right. But that's the thing, though, is right now Ambition really wants it, and there is one chance One shot.
This is gonna have to be it. 1 second still remaining. Wonder is in position. Can he make the shot? Gets blocked by Classics. There it touches the ground. Ghosts win game number 6. Ghosts win the grand final. They win $700 in this month's Astronauts 3v3 Rocket League tournament. Ambition. It wasn't enough, but their efforts, they were so great.
They were.
Huge respect. They have shown that they definitely belong up there.
Yeah, Ambition really taking it to Ghost. I mean, they took 2 games out of him. I expected one. You know, the way Ghost was playing there in the semis, I expected at least Ambition to take 1 game off of Ghost. But Ghost just kind of faltered, and Ambition took advantage of it. They got 2. It was close there towards right at the beginning of the series, and then Ghost just, they lit it up. They flat out said, no way, we're taking this. We are the RLCS guys. You're the RLRS guys, and started to dominate. That said, Ambition answered them in this last game. And they really put up a huge fight, pretty much answering almost every shot and almost every touch, at least as much as they could. Granted, Ghost, just that tiny little bit ahead and that little bit more experience, got them the win.
Absolutely. It was a great series to watch. I very much enjoyed it, and I'm looking forward to see Ambition Esports rise among the ranks, because I think they really have what it takes. Also, congratulations to Ghost. You go home with $700. Ambition Esports, they still take a sizable $300 share from that $1,000 prize pool, which has been graciously provided by Astro. Join the Astronauts, save 5% on astrogaming.com when purchasing Astro Gaming gear by clicking the link below before your next purchase. You can make some major savings here on some pretty great gaming gear. Thank you very much to our sponsors for sponsoring these Rocket League tournaments month after month after month. Major prize money, gets all the good teams in, and provides quality Rocket League for you viewers out there. So this is it for this month's Astronauts tournament. My name has been The Patch. You can find me on Twitter at It's The Patch. Casting alongside me, it's been a pleasure. It has been Ninja Rider. Where can people find you?
It has been an absolute pleasure, Patch. It's been a little while, and every time I cast with you, it seems like we have such a good time. We may sound super serious, but we are serious people when it comes down to casting. You can find me on Twitter at Ninja Rider RL, on the Twitch at the same. And I mean, I'm kind of all over the place, all over North America when it comes to shoutcasting. Just follow me on Twitter to find out where I'm next.
All right, and that is pretty much it. Thank you very much for watching. I hope you enjoyed the presentation of tonight. I hope you enjoyed the games. I know I did. Thanks for all the teams. Thanks to all the teams for competing. You can sign up for all the Rocket League tournament offered by Astronauts using the link below. There's a big one every month, $1,000. You can take home some major cash, but of course, as you have just seen, there's some pretty tough teams to get past. One thing that definitely is valuable, even if you don't win, is the experience that you can gain by playing all these high-level teams. So if you're on the edge of competing in Rocket League, do not hesitate. Sign up for it. It's free. And that pretty much does it. Thank you very much once more, and I hope everyone has a good night. See you next month.